Hello, everyone. Can you hear me okay? If you can hear me, please send me a message in the chat. Alright. It's great to have you here today. I'm Tati Harumi from Ida Mandalas. Before we begin, I always like setting an intention for any painting that I do. So hopefully your day is going well and you are going to use this time to paint and focus on being present. So let's get started with just a quick meditation just to ground ourselves. So find a comfortable seated position, get comfy where you are, take a deep breath. If you want to close your eyes, you can. So we're going to go on a journey right now. And I thank you for your time. I thank you for being here in my studio, which we are going to paint a Greek eye mandala. So, oh, hello. I can see your message in the chat. That's nice. Okay, that's good. It's my first time doing a live stream, so thank you for your patience as well. Wherever you are, just let me know in the chat where you come from, where you are right now, and if you have ever painted a mandala before. If you have not, you can just say you're just learning, beginner, or if you have, I'd love to know for how long you have been painting. And I really hope you can take advantage of this class today. All right, so I'm gonna switch cameras so you can see my table. And do this right now. Move my phone over. All right, I hope you guys can hear me okay. Okay, so I went ahead and painted my 6-inch base. This is a very thin board, and just for this class, for practice, this is a very beginner friendly and relax. The intention of this class is really to just enjoy ourselves, have a good time, relax, and come out of this class with some painting. So I went ahead and found the center because my wood didn't come with the center marked. But if you have never tried to find the center of a round surface, here's what I actually do. I just take a ruler
a pencil, and I measure how big my circle, my round is, right? So this is a 6 inch and a half, and I try to find where, more or less, where 6 inch and a half is, and I mark, and I move around, and I mark again on top. This is where I believe it is the center. So to test it, what you can do is you can use your compass, put in the center, mark it, and see if it completes entire circle on the edge of your surface. So that should be the center for you. I'll give you a minute so you can prep yours. And we're gonna get started with some colors. So I'll just put this aside. I'm gonna bring this in here. I have chosen, so for the evil eye colors, they tend to be blue, white, dark blue. But again, this is your practice. You can choose whatever color you want. I'm going with Ocean Blue by Decor Art Americana. I think most of you that know me and know mandala, Decor Americana is very good for mandala painting, especially for dot painting. So I chose Ocean Blue and I chose Primary Blue, and I have white. So let's just shake the bottle and put some Ocean Blue here and Primary Blue. And some white. This is just titanium white. Like that. And as we are already working with the paint, let's just make some gradient very quick here. So I'm gonna just take some Ocean Blue, like this, and some white, just one drop, and I'm gonna mix it. You see, I want these to be a little bit more lighter than the Ocean Blue, so I'll be adding another white drop here, like that. That's how you get lighter shades of, lighter tints of the same color. If you don't have white, you can use any other lighter color. And sometimes, depending on the consistency of the white color, I like using other than anything, any other color, any other paint than white, because white, depending on the brand, white tends to crack. Like the paint tends to crack when you mix it. So one of the other reason why I like Decor Americana. It's not only because of the paint consistency, but because it doesn't, the white color, the white paint doesn't crack when you mix it with other colors. Is that a little bit lighter? I think it's fine. For you, for your work, you can tell, right? If you want to go lighter, that's fine. So I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna use a 12-point stencil to mark my guidelines. If you don't have these, you can just use a ruler and measure. So this is about 1 inch and a half between the lines. But if you have the mandala stencil, then it makes it everything easier. What I also have here is a Lazy Susan. I like it so it makes it easy to just turn the piece around. And I'm gonna complete the guideline using the ruler. And this class is being recorded, so it will be uploaded into the MAP membership. We'll add like a beginner section there. So it makes it easy for you to find it. There we go. Now, so my ruler here has centimeters and also inches. I'm gonna choose centimeters, which is, I'm gonna mark 1 centimeter down. So from the center, mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is like a 1/4 inch, a little bit more than a 1/4. So hopefully you have a ruler like mine with centimeters. So you can mark. This is just so we can have a guidance on the circles here. So I'm gonna use the compass. This is a small compass. Putting here in the center, and then just make the circles according to where you marked. The small circles are always tricky. And I also like marking the very small circle here because it helps me to guide my first dot. So I use a very tiny compass for that. Because it's not white chalk, you might not be able to see the circle here, but I've marked this very center. It's where the first dot will be. I'll give you 1 second, a minute here, so you can finish making the guidelines. In the meantime, let me show you the tools I'll be using. So I have this DIY mandala stone. It's like a dotting tool, and you are also welcome to use the more traditional ones. Like, let me go grab it. Like these. These are basically the same size. It's just these ones, it's easier to talk about them because they're numbered. But I think for the middle circle here, this is number 20. It's going to be number 28, but it doesn't matter actually because you already have marked your circle here, right? So you're just going to go grab paint, place the dot, and then just move it around so it covers the entire circle. That's what we're going to do. So let's get started with ocean blue, which is this light blue. And I'm going to place the first circle, the first dot, I mean. I'm going to use number 28. Place it right in the center. I'm going to go grab more paint again. I'm going to move around a little bit. I'm always careful with the first dot because when you place it, I think it's beautiful when it's very rounded. And for that, I'm going to use a smaller dotting tool to help me shape these dots. So I'm just using Thoughtful Dots, number 2. If you don't have Thoughtful Dots dotting tool, it's okay. If you have like these ones here, they're all so great. So just grab your smalling dotting tool. I'll go grab more paint here, and then I'm gonna move around the paint. It's basically painting it without the brush. It's just so it goes closer to the guideline. As you see, when you move the paint around too much, it starts creating bubble. So when you see the bubbles, just go back and pop them. So when they dry, they don't dry with the bubble mark. Clean my tool. Okay, so now let's use white paint. I'm gonna place some dots inside of these marks here. And just find a tool that can fit in there without going over the line. So for me, I think it's number 15. Yeah, number 15 should be good. And I'm gonna do white. Very gentle. When you place the dot, don't need to force it down. You know, when I started dot painting, I did not know materials, I did not know tools. And but still, I had a lot of joy painting it. I think there's something about the repetition, about just placing one dot at a time that makes it very peaceful. It makes you forget things and just be focused. I'm gonna just pop my bubbles here real quick. Okay. So with your smaller dotting tool, for mine is 1.5. Well, there's one, but I want to go to the 1.5. So it's small, but not as much. It's not for micro dots. I'm gonna use gold. And so this gold metallic, it's Glorious Gold by Deco Art Americana. So it's this one here. Should have a big bottle because I use it a lot. We're gonna just place micro dots in and then out. Okay, so like this. So just place it here and then right here. Just filling this space. Like that. Once you're done with this, we're gonna do dark blue and you're gonna size up the dotting tool here. So let's see. I think for me, it's gonna be 19 or maybe 18 again. Let's see, it's 19. No, do 19. No. I'm gonna do 18 because because I can control. I prefer to go smaller and control the amount of paint that will be released than going with a bigger dotting tool and having to try adjust it down. Okay, so primary blue, place it inside of this mark here. Like that. And that's okay that we are creating some gaps in between because we are going to fill it with some gold. If I'm going too fast, please let me know in the chat. I'm so happy we're doing this. I really miss this. And actually, I miss the in-person class. But since in-person can be very challenging, I think these live classes are fun and we can gain a lot from them. All right. So I'm gonna go back with gold. Here's my gold. And let's see, I think it depends on the size of your gap, right? For me, if I'm gonna use a 2.5 thoughtful dots and look at your dotting tools. See which one you have that it's like, it's not the biggest in your set. Um, let's say it's kind of like in the middle. And you can, and that's part of the intuitive painting, right? You look at what's available for you here and what tools you have, and just let it flow, right? Just take this out here. Oop, okay. All right, so I'm gonna place the dot in between, and I'm gonna drag it towards the center like this. I'll do it again, place the dot in the line, drag the paint towards the center. It almost reminds me of bracelet. It's funny. This. Is it super hot there in Florida, Vivi? I bet it is. It's very hot here in California. It's a beautiful day. No clouds out there. It's Memorial Day weekend, so there's a lot of traffic around. So I'm glad I'm home painting with you guys. Yeah, I bet it's very humid there in Florida, huh? You know, growing up in Brazil, I actually like this type of tropical weather. Um, but I also like the weather here. It's hot. It's not humid. It's just hot. Okay. Mhm. All right. So after these, let's just place a bigger dot in between. I think it's gonna be like here in the circles. Let me see the size of it. It's funny because I keep telling, to people when people ask me, "Oh, can you recreate a mandala that you have done before?" And my answer is like, "No, I can't." I have painted this before, right? I have it here. Actually, I'm looking at it, but I'm like, but what if we do something else? And that's the beauty of mandala painting, because it's about feeling the energy and transforming that into art. So every time I paint, it might be different. And in this case, I'm going to use number 24 of this DIY mandala stone dotting tool, which is one of the larger ones. I think this one is equivalent of the pink of this set here, but the pink one. And let's just place it. Let me think. I think I would do this ocean blue again. I will place it on here like this. Just a big dot. Right in the line, right? And then there's another line here. I'm going to place it right in the middle of the line again. Like that. And I'm very gentle when I place it. I'm not putting a lot of pressure against the wood, because the more pressure you place, the more paint will get released from your tool. And that might not be what you want. In fact, that's what determines the size of the dot, right? Like the amount of Sure, the size of the dotting tool, but also the amount of paint you release on the surface here on the dot on the wood. And when you are placing the dot gently, also it creates this plump, like a very rounded dot. One thing also I learned from painting mandalas, especially dot painting mandala, is I learned patience. At the beginning, I wanted to paint super quick. I wanted just to get it done. I want to see the result. And I was not appreciating the journey. And it really is about just painting, right? And the slower you go, the more control over the design you have. Um, so I'm gonna just go back. I'm gonna just place a little bit more of painting this one here. Just top it with paint. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna just clean my tool. Today we're just working with dotting tools. Um, and not with brushes. I will schedule another call, another live class with brushes, and it's in my mind to do a floral painting live class. Um, but I wanted to do this introduction first in mandala painting because I think dotting painting is very beautiful. It's very ancient and very aligned with mandala as well, and I really like dotting. Okay, speaking too much. Let's go paint. Number three. Let me see. Okay, I think maybe it's gonna be the number four or three and a half. Three and a half. Let's try. Let's try three and a half. Three and a half of these other dotting tool, like this set here, might be the green one, the largest side. Um, yeah. So let's do three and a half, and I'm gonna do gold. So place a dot on the top like this, and then place it another one right here and slide it around this blue dot very slowly like that. So again, on the other side like this. It's almost like a ring. So like this. And this swoosh, the slower you go, I feel like the more paint you can get released um, around the dot here. So just don't rush. Another thing I want to say is you noticed I'm not cleaning my tool. I'm just grabbing more paint and I keep going. Um, but sometimes the a lot of paint gets built up in your dotting tool and you have to clean it. Otherwise, your swooshes or design will start getting bigger and bigger because lots of paint is being held in your tool. So how you learn this? It's just by, just by painting. you notice. You notice when you see that there's more paint getting out of your tool than you wanted. Same applies for brushes. When you are using, when you are, I don't know, if you're painting a design that you want very thin lines, um, I always suggest to paint and then clean your brush, grab paint again, and then paint it again. Otherwise, paint gets built up in your tool and it changes the design. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just depending on the results you want, right? Okay. All right. So we have some gaps in between, and we're gonna cover it with metallic paint as well. But I'm thinking we're gonna do a 3D paint at this time. And I have here a puff paint. It's gold color. If you have Nouveau Drop or any other brand, it's fine. And if you don't have that, that's fine too. You can just use your gold metallic paint. And I'm gonna place it right here. Let me show you. Like this. It's like a tiny dot. And I'm gonna use my micro dotting tool, which I think is this yellow here, 0.5. And I'm gonna drag this dot to the top. Like this. Let me just place the dots. Hope you can see what I'm doing here. It's just dragging this dot to the top. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and place the dot right here, like this, like 2 dots. And the same thing I did here, I will do it with those dots, but more like in a curved dotting design. So like this. And here I'm just filling the blank, filling the empty space. Oops, so a lot of paint. Just go ahead and put the dots. Mhm. All right. So now you get to decide for me. I have these rhinestone, which is blue, and I have these rhinestone, which is gold. I think both are beautiful. It could be a very shiny thing. Tell me in the chat which one we should be using, the blue or the gold. And I will put this in here. And in the meantime, I'm gonna make a design like that. I'll just make a eye shape around it. All right, blue it is. With the blue. These are very tiny rhinestones. So And it takes a while to make the shape here, but mm, if you don't have this rhinestone, you can just make like a oval or teardrop shape and then paint inside of it with blue or gold or other color you want. Okay, let's grab our white paint and let's start with a smaller dotting tool. That might be this 2.5 here. For the other set, might be white. The set here, that might be white. Okay, so let's just grab paint and place one dot here on the top and then walk the dots around the eye shape design we made. This. You notice that I placed the first dot and I walk the dots, but I have to load my dotting tool again. So I load it, but gently, because I don't want to be placing a larger dot as my second dot here, because I want this one to be the largest one, and then it looks like it's reducing the size as we go towards the middle here, the center, right? So again, just place one dot and then walk it. And then I'm gonna load my tool again, but just a little bit, not too much. And I'm very gentle when I place the second dot here because I want to make sure that the dots are going to be symmetrical. Once you're done, let's size up the dotting tool. And this is 2.5, goes to 3. Where's my 3? Here. Let's do. Yep. I'm gonna go with 3, which might be blue in the other set. And I'm gonna do. I'll do ocean blue. But if you want to go with the lighter blue, you can. I'm reserving these for a swoosh that we're gonna be painting in between. So now, for now, I think I'm gonna go with the ocean blue, and I will place it right on top of my white dot. I'm gonna load my tool again with paint, and I'm gonna place it right here in between this both white dots, and then start walking the dots. It As I do it, I'm walking the dots super close to my previous dots, but I am not touching the white dots. Right? I'm very careful. Where my paint? I'm very careful. Like that. What I know about the Greek eye, it's a omelet. Like it's a tool used for protection. Um, I think the story tells that it it protects the house from bad spirits. That's what I learned. Um, and people usually have Greek eye um, amulets or I don't know, like mandalas. They hang them close to their door, like to the entrance of a house or I don't know, an office, whatever they want to protect. They put these close to the entrance. So if you're a believer of those things, or if you're not, still, I think this is a beautiful art and you can hang it later. Some people, they even put on their cars. Okay, I'm gonna clean my tool. All right. Now I'm gonna do swooshes. I'll do different than I did previously. So bear with me. This is gonna be a little bit different design. Here's what I think we should do now. Let's use the 3D paint and place a dot right here in this line. And we're gonna drag it like a big dot like this. Very pointy. You're gonna drag it down with our smaller dotting tool. Let's just drag it like this. Touching the line here. And then we'll do that to each one of those gaps here. Again, if you don't have 3D paint, just use any other color you want. Hmm. Okay, let it sit for now. If I was using brush, now brush would come in, but we're gonna do with dotting tool. We're gonna drag your paint like this way here. Yeah, you'll see. We'll see. I am going to use. We gotta be careful because this paint is wet. No, don't want to mess it up. So I'll just do 2.5, and I'll place a dot here and drag it. And I'm gonna do with this light blue here. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more of white to this because I want to be very light blue. I'm gonna mix it. It was already light, but I want to kind of create a shade, a gradient of blue, and I think this is gonna look nice. Just going with my gut feeling. Okay, very light blue. All right, now I'm happy about it. Let's just grab paint. I'm gonna place it like this and slide it towards the center here. Gotta go slow because I don't want to touch the golden paint. If it helps, and I think usually does, is using your smaller dotting tool for micro dots and just drag the paint especially towards the end of here where sometimes the paint doesn't go all the way down. You can just do this like that. So I'm going to be working with those two dotting tools here. Place it right here. Slide it. Like that. See, like this. I should say, if you want to do this step with a brush, you can. Of course, you can do whatever you want. But I think it's a good challenge. You know, you can do other things with your dotting tool other than just the dots. And you usually get different results from using dotting tools versus brush. Not saying that one's better than the other, it's just different. After this mandala, I'll be working on the third tutorial for the chakra mandalas floral edition. I'm very excited about this series. I have done a chakra series before, but it was mostly geometric designs. There was no, I didn't, floral designs were not in my life at that time. Um, so now that I'm into it, I wanted to add some flowy designs to the chakra series, and I think it's turning out very beautifully. If you have not started yet, you should check it out. This week I'm updating the second video. So root chakra, which is the first one, is the red mandala. It's already available in the map membership. And the second one will be uploaded, which is the sacral mandala, which is the orange chakra related to creativity. So the red one is related to grounding, our base, security, our instincts. And then the second one, the orange one, is all related about, it's all about creativity. And that one will be available soon. I also have uploaded some floral designs, like how to use the brushes for floral designs, dotting designs. That is in the bonus section of the module of the map membership. And as you enroll to the membership, I'd love to hear your feedback. What you'd like to learn, know your thoughts, because this way I also grow. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So you really created like a dimension, like a 3D effect almost, because the center is popping, right? Like that. It's funny because usually when I'm painting, I'm not thinking of any of that. I'm just painting. It reveals itself, and I really love the surprise at the end. Okay, we're gonna do again, similar to this, with this ocean blue here. Let's just do the same. Yeah, I think we have a space to do the same here. We're gonna just put in here, right here. So just grab the blue, ocean blue, place it right here, and then drag it like this. Diamond. Feel free to post any question you might have in the chat. I am here to support anything you need. I actually have a question for you. What should I paint for our next live class? I'd like to learn live from me. Not only learn, right? It's mostly having fun together. Paint together. Maybe a stone. Like painting a mandala with stones, like crystals. That would be fun. That would be beautiful, actually. I have painted once a mandala with citrines. And oh boy, that was beautiful. That was a custom order, a 30-inch mandala. And the colors were blue and yellow and red. She wanted a mandala related to her zodiac sign, which is Aries. And it turned out beautifully. I actually would love to do another one. And brush strokes, yeah, absolutely. Brush strokes would be fun. And we can do both brush strokes and stones. Why not, right? I like this. Okay. So you're almost heading towards the end here. Almost there. I think we should add dark blue now. Somehow. Maybe we just do a swish like here. Kind of like water. Like a fountain. Like a swish right here. Very simple. Let's see. Let's just grab dark blue. Place it here. And there's my smaller dotting tool. I'm just gonna drag it. I'm gonna just drag it all the way down. See here. It's the beauty of the smaller dotting tool. So thin, it can fit anywhere. Just drag it down like this. Okay. You can barely see it, huh, on the screen, but right here. Promise you, when you see this live on your own work, you see the gradient. And they're gonna go back and add some details with gold. I think gold just makes the work very luxury looking, you know. I like that. Oh, I skipped one. Just gonna use my micro dotting tool to drag the paint because this is very narrow. I'm almost done. Yep. Almost wrapped. Wait. Okay. I like this. All right. Just cleaning my tools. Okay. I feel like very quick we can just add some micro dots here. I do want to show you, I have these Nouveau drop. It's called Dazzling Blue. Oh, but the color is this. I want to see. I never used it. Fine, that's beautiful. Maybe for the dots here, I'll save it. I'll save it for the other dots. For here, I'll just use the same gold. I'll put like a micro dot. Mm, tiny dot here. Another one here. Mhm. Mhm. I think this is good. Now, it's still wet. Let's see, for the sake of the live, usually I wait until this is all dry before I place any other dots on top of the wet paint, right? But I'm gonna place dots. I'm gonna place the middle dot here, and hopefully I'm not gonna mess it up. So I think I'm gonna do this 20. Cross my fingers. I'm not gonna mess it. Let's see. This is gonna go to the center. Like that. Good. Clean my tool. Good, good, good. Now it's the part that you can get creative, right? You can maybe add some dots on the top of these, like lighter color, or even on top of those. Or I'm gonna just try and use these new Nuvo drop here and see what will happen. Yeah, it's pretty. It's like a glittered blue. This was not in the material list, I know. This just came out of my mind right now. Can you see it? It's shiny. I'll let it dry and will look better. Um, Once this is complete dry, you're gonna erase the guidelines with a wet cloth, and then you can just super glue your rhinestone right here. I think this is safely dry. Right, we're gonna put it right here like this, and the design will be complete. You can also put any other dots here on the dark blue if you want. At this point, I think this is complete. I'll just add the rhinestones just to let's see how it looks. I want to thank you for being here with me today. But that was kind of like a late notice. So I appreciate you being here. This looks very nice. And you see it's simple, right? It's just dotting tools and paint. Very simple. Move it. I'm doing this, but you don't have to, okay? Especially because this is wet and with my fingers. So I always suggest let it dry first before messing with it. But hey, I think this looks beautiful. Put closer to the camera. Very shiny. Well, thank you again for being here. I hope you have a great, great weekend. Oh, thank you, Vivi. And I will see you around in the next live class. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your Memorial Day. Kisses. Bye.